everyone, my name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your September 2021 love and relationship messages for all the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius fire signs, welcome to your September 2021 love and relationship. Did I say romance? Relationship messages. So if you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You will be notified when I do a video when you go into subscriptions, which is every Saturday. So if there are 5 Saturdays in the month, I only do 4. I will take the 4th Saturday off. So let's get started. I already meditated and shuffled your cards before we got started, fire sign. So the first card that came out was New Life. And this person is coming out of their shell and waking up to their new life for the first time. And the next one is by the book, which means you guys are, you've always done the right thing. You've always followed and done what you were supposed to do. And I think you guys are afraid if you don't do that anymore, that you're going to be orphaned and abandoned and left out in the cold. So this is love and relationship. So what this is telling me is maybe your last relationship has brought you to a new one or is leading you into a new relationship. This could be one that you're in right now or one that's coming on the way, or maybe one that just ended. So wherever you are in your love and relationship journey, but it's like you guys have gone by the book, but I think you're starting, this is spiritual. You guys are on a spiritual path, and this last relationship that you got out of kind of ripped off your band-aid and is leading you on your spiritual path. And I know that you guys are afraid if you really follow it, that this relationship or the right one isn't going to come along, or the one that you're in isn't going to last, and you are going to end up orphaned and alone and abandoned, which is not true. And even though it's not true, it doesn't mean that it doesn't feel true. So you guys, I'm going to dive deeper into this. We're going to get a little more detail on this, because honestly, the divine, God, your angels, your ancestors does not want you to be alone. But you guys, when you're with people who aren't right for you, you're alone. And honestly, being with somebody and being alone is a lot harder than it is being by yourself and knowing that you're alone. So let's talk about this some more, because I want to give you guys some more clarity. And you know, we are all here to give love, to get love, to share love, and to spread love. And you guys, all you fire signs, heaven or hell, I think you went through hell. I know you went through hell, and now it is, you guys are coming into your heaven. This is not an easy process, by the way. I would love to say that it's smooth sailing, the road is paved, there's no potholes, you don't hit any speed bumps, you don't get flat tires. You do. It doesn't mean you're doing it wrong, and it doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It is just, it's a bumpy ride. Fasten your seatbelt. You're going to enjoy it. And I think you guys have suffered the worst of it. And I think always waiting for the other shoe to drop, like I can't enjoy my life. You don't have to wait for the other shoe to drop. If it drops, when it drops, you're going to be able to catch it, because you guys have the tools and the skills, and you've learned your lesson. And that's how you've woken up to your new life, is you have learned from your old one already. I think the worst of it, you guys have already endured and survived that, and now you're starting to thrive. And I think you're scared that that you're not going to be able to endure whatever comes along, but this road is choosing you too. So let's see. 39. New energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to the spring. It is time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. So you guys, if you are in a relationship that you thought there was no hope for, this is saying you're going to get a second chance. There is hope. If this is a new relationship, this is great news for you guys. I think the fear of what happened to you in the past is still there. So part of this process, part of this time, part of the month of September is going to be, it's okay that you have that. It's like post-traumatic stress. But this person that you're with is not the last person. And even though they're not the last person, you guys have changed and you have evolved too. But what this is saying, you're with somebody, or the person that the divine is bringing in, who is going to evolve with you. But the fear that they're not, I hope you guys don't sabotage this because of what you have gone through. That could be a very comfortable thing to do, self-sabotage, because it's almost like when good things start to happen, you purposely like throw a monkey wrench in there just to kind of test the other person. But really what you're doing is you're not trusting yourself. And this is saying you can trust yourself. So let's go a little bit more. Now, number 11. 11 is a very spiritual number. So divinely guided. So this is a divinely guided union that you're entering into, or that you're in right now. So it is blessed by the divine. You guys, you're always blessed by the divine because you are a divine creature. So whether you believe it or not, you're always being blessed. And you're a blessing to this person too. As much as they are a gift to you, you are a gift to them too. So this is saying, when it's in a relationship, it says getting along with others entails understanding and respect of who they have become as a result of their environment, their culture, and their experience. Find middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Playing things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them. Your connection will deepen as a result. Okay. So you guys, when it says playing things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to do, I think, secretly, this self-sabotaging thing that you have going on, first of all, you're not the only one that has it going on. Everybody does. And honestly, if you constantly set somebody else up to pass a test, eventually they're gonna fail. And it's not because they're not worthy of trust, they're not worthy of things, but if you are looking for something to go wrong, you're gonna find it. If you're looking for things to go right, you will find that too. This is more about you and your relationship with yourself than the other person. It's like, you guys, I think what you went through before made you second guess and doubt yourself constantly. And it's like you don't want to be wrong again. And this is not about being right or wrong. This relationship, this person entering in your life is here by the divine to help move you forward and you're both moving each other forward. Is this going to last forever? Is this the love of your life? Is this, I wish I could tell you that, but part of this journey, part of this soul's journey is you have free will. You have the gift of discernment. You have the gift of, this is right for you for right now, and this is right for you until it's not. And nobody can be the judge of that or tell you what the outcome of that. The only person who truly knows that is God. And so it is not my job to tell you, like, oh my God, this is it forever. This is your person forever. But what I can tell you is, this is your person for right now. And this is your person who was brought to you by the divine to help move you forward. And whatever that looks like for you, but this person is here to help you and not to harm and hurt you. And when you get gut feelings, you can trust yourself. I think the being orphaned, the being abandoned, the afraid of the rejection. I can tell you this, how I was saying, if you constantly set somebody else up, like for a test that they don't know they're taking, eventually they're going to fail the test. So you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you either, is all I can tell you. You don't want somebody secretly testing you for the test you didn't know you were taking. It is not this person's fault for what you have been through up until now. This person is your gift. And as much as this person is your gift, I told you, you're their gift too. So I hope you're able to absorb that and believe that. So let's get into the orphan card, because, you guys, we're all wounded. Nobody taught us how to have relationships. Most people showed us what not to do. So from what you've learned from what not to do, a lot of times what happens is we go to the opposite extreme. But then after you go to the opposite extreme, hopefully you're able to come back towards the middle. To, like all one way, this way wasn't good, and all the opposite way, it seems great at first. But after a while, that's too much too. And coming to an alignment of the two together. Maybe your last person just constantly rejected you, constantly. And this person constantly accepts you, praises you, loves you. And at first it was great. Now you're like, holy shit, like this is too much. And really somewhere in between the two is like the right place. But from what this is saying, this person is here to help you get to your middle ground. That part, the cards are saying, that is what the divine is telling me. This person is here to help you get towards the middle. So it's saying, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you're in a new relationship and discovering you don't share the same values and beliefs. So you feel left out, unable to get that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without sacrifice, without artifice and agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. So as much as you're worried about this person abandoning you, this is also about, how do you not abandon yourself? So abandoning yourself, what that means, a lot of times we don't even know we're doing this, because you're taught to be nice and you don't want to hurt people's feelings and, do the right thing. And it's more important for others to be happy. But the truth of the matter is if you can't voice how you feel and your opinion, that is abandoning yourself. If you feel like, if I say how I really feel right now, this person is going to reject me, that is abandoning yourself because you're not speaking your truth. And just because you don't say it with your words, if you feel like you can't say it with your words, like, you need to say it. The boat is going to get rocked whether you rock it or not. So you need to say your truth. How the other person responds or doesn't respond is none of your business. You can't control that. I think you are not giving this person a chance. And you guys, it's okay. Like, it doesn't mean it's wrong. If you're not able to give this person a chance, I know the fear a lot of times is worse than the actual action, but it's asking you to give yourself a chance and give this person a chance. Being rejected by somebody else sucks, but it's also a form of rejecting yourself. So let's go further. You know how I was saying this is the divine. If this person is sent to you to help you move forward, and how long that is and how long that isn't, that's the part that I told you I'm not going to be able to tell you. And I wish I could. I wish I was able to predict that. But part of this is you guys need to go on this journey and experience it yourself. Because if you do not do that, if you don't do it, you're going to have unfinished business. Like, you need to do this. You need to experience this. And it says not today, not dealing with hurt, avoiding a conversation or a call from a person, boundaries, still angry. So you might be in a fight with this person right now, or feeling like this person doesn't understand you. You know what? It almost feels like they can't hear what you're saying. The next one says coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transformation. Okay. All right. And then it says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So you guys, maybe you guys have, it's like you have unfinished business. You're not able to talk and discuss this right now. And I can't tell you if it's you or this person. A lot of times when you're in a relationship, we pick people who actually mirror us. And it's so much easier to point the finger at the other person and say what they're not saying, what they're not doing, and what they're not giving. And a lot of times why it's so easy to point the finger at them is because it is incredibly difficult to look at ourselves to say, I do the same thing. And a lot of times what happens is you might find yourself with somebody who can't hear you because you're not ready and they're not ready. But a lot of times, I was telling you, this was a spiritual union. This is a spiritual union. It is meant to help you move forward. Now, moving forward sometimes is together and sometimes is apart. If you have children with this person, you are meant to be in each other's lives. It is not saying you're meant to be together in each other's lives, that you were here maybe to have kids together. Maybe part of their soul contract with you was to be the father of your children, or for you to be the mother of their children, or however it works for you. From what it is saying, it is not looking like this is your person forever. So it says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, and liberation. So it's the ending of ending of the relationship. And the next one is runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So you guys, if you are watching me, and you know this already, because most people who are listening to their ego, which is operating out of your head and not out of your heart, a lot of times when people operate out of their head, it's because they're guarding and protecting their heart, because they're so wounded and they're so hurt. So what this is telling me is maybe that person needed to learn how to turn themselves off, shut down in order to survive. This is not meaning that you are not worth love, that you are not worth a relationship, that God doesn't want you to be happy. That is a story that is not true. So when it says that, I'm thinking this is the other, I know it's the other person, because when people have to listen to their ego, they live in constant fear. And if you're watching me, your heart is open, because you're not into finding out when the other shoe is going to drop, when your heart is closed. Because a lot of people who are listening to their ego, they're like, I don't want to hear, I don't want to know what's going to happen, you know, because they can't deal with it. They don't want to know what's going to happen. They know the rug's going to get pulled out from underneath them. It's only a matter of time, but they just don't know when. They just don't want to know when. And part of that denial, it's a denial process, because you guys, life is going to happen, and life is continuing to happen. There's people who want to know about it beforehand because you want to be prepared. And then there's people who are like, don't fucking tell me, I don't want to know. And it's partly because they had to survive like that. So there's no right or wrong way. But from what this reading is telling me is that your heart is open. And as your heart opens, and when you're with somebody whose heart isn't able to be open all the way yet, it is not what's wrong with you. It is they are not ready yet, and you are. It's not there's something wrong with you and you are unlovable. That is not true. That is, this person was sent to you in your life for a reason, and you're figuring out what that reason is through this relationship. So it's saying, free yourself. It's time to take back control in your life. So this is like a unicorn, but it's fenced in. So you guys, you are magical and you're special and you're unique. And I don't know if you've ever heard this, but there's no two snowflakes alike. And there's no two, we're all the same because we're all God's children, but we're all in different places. But it's like, you are being caged in, and you're not meant to be in a cage. You're meant to be free. And this relationship is making you feel confined and like you can't be yourself. So if you're in something where you can't be yourself, when I was saying that, you were abandoning yourself in order to be with somebody. And the divine does not want you to do that. The divine wants you to be happy and the other person to be happy. Not one person's happy and the other person isn't. Or you're ready to grow and move forward and this person isn't ready yet. So a lot of times what happens is, and my girlfriend explained this, it was such a great analogy. Imagine a ladder. And you're pulling somebody up a ladder. So when you pull somebody up a ladder, you have to lean back. So what happens when you're leaning back to pull somebody up is you're hurting your arm, you're being pulled back, and you're blocking their view. So they can't see what's ahead of them, and you're being pulled back, which is you're harming and hurting yourself. And you're harming and hurting the other person. It's not intentional, but when you can look at it that way, and most people are fine with harming and hurting themselves. Oh, it's okay if I hurt myself. I don't want to hurt the other person. And honestly, part of this life process is, why are we okay with hurting ourselves? What is wrong? We should not be okay with hurting ourselves. But if hearing, I am hurting the other person by staying, motivates you, I hope it does. Because I know you don't want to harm or hurt the other person, but the divine doesn't want you to harm or hurt yourself either. You are equal of value. So the next one says new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Holy shit, guys. Okay. If this is starting to happen, I can tell you, because I was married, I had this happen. It's called an emotional affair. So if you are starting to be attracted or have romantic feelings for somebody else while you're still in a relationship, that is the divine letting you know there is a major disconnect going on. I promise you, if you act on this, and it'll end badly for everyone. However, that might be part of your process. I am not telling you it is, I can tell you it's not going to end in success. But even though the fact that I know that is telling you that there is something going on, because when all is well and everything is good, this doesn't happen. If you are having feelings towards somebody else while you're still in a relationship, the relationship you're in isn't right, and the relationship you're going into is not going to be successful. However, it might be enough to advance you to the next level of, this is what you needed to do to get you out of this, because you can't take yourself out. So this is not a judgment. I had many emotional affairs while I was married to my ex-husband. I did not physically act on them. I didn't know what it was. I was scared to tell people what was happening when it was happening, that I had strong, and you know what? I had a strong attraction towards somebody right after I was married. And I remember telling my ex-husband when I was with him, and part of me telling him, I think I wanted a reaction from him, but he never showed a reaction. And it was like, I was attracted to somebody and they felt it back. It was so nice to have a reaction from somebody. So if you're with somebody who cannot show a reaction, I so get it. And to find somebody who actually reacts to you, I get it. So I am not promoting an affair. I am not discouraging it. This is your journey. This is your path. But what I can tell you, when a relationship starts off while you're still in one, it is not going to end with a happily ever after. That part I do know. A lot of people are going to get hurt, including yourself. So the next one says, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So you guys, this is letting me know that the relationship that you're in now, as I'm putting this puzzle together, the relationship that you're in now is not, it's not fulfilling you. And the only way for you to move forward is to release your ex. How you do this is your process. Just because you watch this video today, this is not like end my fucking relationship and get out of it. A lot of times it is not that easy. A lot of times you need to be safe. You need, when you do say this isn't right for me or this isn't working out, you need to have a plan. You don't just say it and then, holy shit, you're going to be homeless. This means you might have to do some things in order to get out of this first before you actually say it. Like, go talk to a lawyer, find out what your finances are. you know, there might be a lot of things you need to do in order to get out of this. Please take care of yourself. The divine wants you to be well and to be safe and to be happy. So, fire signs, holy shit, this is deep. Please leave me a comment and let me know what is going on. This is not a judgment. This is not a get out of relationship right now because I said so. This might be what is happening right now, and it might give you a little bit of clarity and confirmation as to what's going on. But I am sending you lots of love for the month of December. I'm like in shock too. I feel like, holy shit, guys. Holy shit. This is your sign signing off. Thank you so much for watching and liking and commenting if you do. Please stay tuned and I'll see you all soon.